Hi, Marco.
Hello, how are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you. How are things in Berlin?
Well, I think quite nice. Today's a really, really great summer day, sunny day outside, so I'm enjoying it very much.
Brilliant. As always, we tend to start these sessions off with a quick introduction to yourself and what you do, if you don't mind.
I don't mind. I'm Marco Oelschleger, a very German name, I think. I'm the head of the Convention Bureau of the City of Berlin, the Berlin Convention Office of Visit Berlin, and I've been here working with them since 2005.
Okay.
So we promote the city, of course, worldwide as a meetings and incentive destination.
And I guess obviously the best place to start is what's the current situation with Berlin?
Well, the current situation is, of course, improving if we consider it with March and April after, the Corona and so on period. We've opened up again since 3rd of June. So it is possible to have meetings here again, and we are lowering we brighten the opportunities more and more every time. So at the moment, meetings for up to 300 people are allowed in hotels and special venues and so on. Outside, they're even higher. In August, will rise up to 500, and in September, and up to 750. And in October, 1,000 inside. And we are in strong discussions with our partners here. We have a strong partner network here in Berlin, and also with our government, our local government, who do those regulations. And of course, we would like to do as much as possible and to open it up even more, to allow more opportunities for events and for capacities and hygiene concepts whatsoever
And
necessary.
what sort of changes can we expect as planners and as delegates, people coming out to Berlin because obviously what's happened?
Of course, there are regulations. It's not everything is allowed like in pre-corona times, of course. Social distancing is still very key and important, but we are prepared for it. We've done a framework regulation based on this legal measure or legal regulations by our city. So we put a system on this which allows meeting planners to get a guideline more or less, and using this guideline, this concept, this hygiene concept, allows all meeting planners to check or tick all the boxes which is necessary nowadays when you have events, when you plan events in Berlin. And so it's possible, and we make it possible for you.
Are there any kind of regulations that are in place in terms of face mask coverings, temperature checking, anything like that at all?
Yes, for example, if you enter a venue, a hotel, a meeting room, whatsoever, you have to wear masks as far as meetings are concerned. Once you're there inside, you have a space 1.5 meters around you. And once you're sitting there, then you can leave your mask, for example. But if you mingle or go around and so on, you always, and you can't keep the distance of 1.5 meters, then you have the mask obligatorily. And this is a general rule in society at the moment.
Are they? We're tending to find with some of these sessions and the destinations that we're speaking to, are the kind of rules and regulations pretty much the same across Germany, or is it for specific regions? So Berlin might be slightly different to other regions to Germany.
Germany is a federal state, as you know. So each federal state has its own regulation. Although all the head of these federal states meet every now and then with our chancellor, and they discuss the overall frameworks. But at the end, every country, every federal state has its own regulations. And so some are more advanced, some are more close. And we are set to have very good regulations, which allows quite a lot compared to other destinations in Germany.
Okay, that's good news. You've already touched upon the type of size of groups potentially we can start bringing back to Berlin. I guess that kind of opens up to that pretty much most kind of events are going to be really possible moving forward.
Yes, at the moment, yes. And as what we see is, of course, that events which are going to take place are smaller or hybrid, whatsoever. So I think most of them are covered with these regulations or these 500 or 300, whatever it is compared with a month. So at the moment, yes. but again, I mean, we would like to open up the opportunities and possibilities. But if you are interested in these regulations, of course, you can you get all the information on our webpage, convention.visitberlin.de or com, and you will find also the legal regulations and everything, as far all information concerned to which might be of interest for you as a meeting planner.
Okay, and what type of events does Berlin really open itself up to? Is it a place that we can come for all a range of events, or is it a sort of an incentive-led or a conference-led type of destination?
Many people think it's more but above all a meeting destination. So for conferences, we're very strong in meetings, as we are number 3 in the ECA statistics, for example, last year. We have a big scientific community here and many others. And of course, corporates, or some of the corporates, although it's not the economic hub of Germany. However, I think I would recommend to look at it also as an incentive destination, because with all its history, and it's a very green city as well, and a lot of culture here, nightlife and so on. So you can do really, really a lot of teamwork and incentive activities and so on, which might be a hidden treasure for many meeting planners.
And with the, I believe it's the anniversary coming up soon for the Berlin Wall. Are there any plans for any kind of events that way?
I mean, the fall of the wall was its anniversary, the 25th anniversary took place last year, so the 9th of November, and there was still a big celebration for that. This year we're going to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the reunification of Germany.
Okay.
However, I mean, it's 3rd of October. However, at the moment, all of those really big gatherings are closed and not allowed, because until 24th of October, no really big event with more than 5,000 people is allowed. But if you consider what's going on this year's anniversary, apart from this 30th anniversary, is also the 100th anniversary of the creation of 100 years ago. All the boroughs and neighboring city and villages were united to one city, Berlin, and this is a really big theme, or would have been a really big theme also with live events this year.
I'm sure, like I say, with the rules and regulations you have in place, it still probably will allow for some really good celebrations there.
Well, smaller ones, yes. Smaller ones, of course, a lot of online ones, hybrid ones. We're also going to have a hybrid event on the 3rd of September. We, as a Berlin Convention Office with the German Convention Bureau, where we show how hybrid events, or locally or decentralized organized events take place over the world, connected with IT and so on. This is also a thing which we've planned before, but which really works now really, really well.
Yeah, exactly. Hybrid events, obviously the big topic at the moment, and probably the way we're going to be moving forward to start with.
Yeah. Have a look at bocom.online and you find all the information there on this specific event. Yeah.
Okay, and is there anything else you'd like to add in regards to Berlin and what's currently happening, or why we should be coming out to Berlin now?
Well, always it's really interesting. It's a great meeting place with which is easy to access. Also nowadays we have regular air flights and services again from the UK, only 2 hours, so it's really easy, keen, and good. We have great variety of hotels and special venues, as I said, incentive opportunities. It's a really, really great price cost ratio, which we have here in normally, and which might be even better now. And next year, we're going to open also our biggest cultural institution, the Humboldt Forum, which is kind of a mixture of a cultural and a cultural center and museum in the heart of the city, in the shape of the former Berlin Castle, which has been rebuilt, and so on. Really, really big cultural and exciting project, where you have also meeting space, of course, and many, many other openings as well. Also the Museum Island, which is equivalent to British Museum, has opened a new entrance building, fantastic architecture like this one here. Reichstag is always worth a visit. Our Parliament building, which was rebuilt by Lord Norman Foster in a really modern style, in an old shape. So I think this is a really typical example for Berlin. architecture and life, old and new coming together.
Sounds
Creating
fantastic.
something new.
Sorry?
Creating something new.
Absolutely.
Coming together, creating something new.
That's brilliant. Well, thank you very much. It's been fascinating learning what's going on at the moment with Berlin. It all sounds, again, another really good positive story to bring confidence back to people and why we should be coming out there again. So I appreciate your time. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, James. It was great to have you or to be here. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you.
Ich bin ein Berliner.
Mr. Gorbachev, open this gate. Tear down this wall.
Das tritt nach meiner Kenntnis ist das sofort. Unverzüglich.
Thank you for watching. We welcome any feedback and questions in the comment section below, and please make sure you follow me on all our social networks.